Good afternoon. My name is Kah Loke, and today I'll be presenting to you a security plan for the company. First of all, due to recent news on data breaches and cyber attacks, the company requires the harden of security to prevent similar cases from happening. So this plan would consist of Computer Misuse Act, Data Protection Act, access controls, and endpoint security. However, I'll be focusing more on the endpoint security. For the different acts, there is unauthorized modification of computer material, which means maintaining accuracy of data, unauthorized use of interception of computer service to prevent any disruption of services. There is the unauthorized disclosure of access code, which means disclosing of uh, revealing confidential information and data of the company. There is consent required for Personal Data Protection Act, which means that permission is required to use, disclose, or modify any personal data. And last but not least, there is accuracy of personal data, which means that any information should be up to date in cases of activities that requires this information. Now for the access controls, there is physical access and logic access. Physical access includes closing of doors because the company promotes the open door policy, which means that there should be transparency in the company. So closing of the doors will prevent eavesdropping and peeking of contents from each other's computer. The data center, however, should be locked with security locks to prevent unauthorized staff from entering. CCTVs should also be should be installed to monitor for any suspicious activities or people that are wandering around the floor. For logic access, the ID cards uh, should be able to identify and authenticate any user into locked rooms like the data center. Uh, and for servers in the company, uh, the Active Directory and databases should be separated in different servers to prevent people of low authority or high authority to be able to uh, access them respectively. This is to prevent unauthorized access to and modification usage of any kind of information that is within the server itself. And last but not least, unique accounts should be given to each staff so that they'll be accounted for any activities they do uh, during work. Here is the floor plan the uh, of the various departments in the level. So as you can see, every department has a room. Uh, just that some of them have security locks and some of them do not have. Those that have security locks will be the data center and facility security, as they are the ones uh, with important information uh, that is being monitored and which helps to keep the company safe. The red dots indicate the different CCTVs which are installed in every corner of the floor to monitor for the suspicious activities. And on the right of the screen, you can see the example layout per department room. You can see that there are walls between each staff desk. This is to actually prevent uh, the employees from peeking and looking at each other's screen uh, from their seats. Uh, by preventing them from peeking, it also helps to uh, prevent any unnecessary content or information to be spread to people that are not supposed to know. Now for the endpoint security, there are 5 weaknesses that I'll be fixing, and I'll show you how it'll be fixed now. So here's the assessment results of the by the CIS CAT, and as you can see, there are currently at a fail result. So I'll be fixing the 5 weaknesses, which is uh, this, the 3 autoplay policies, and the cloud content. So I'll be opening up the local group policy editor to fix them one by one. For the first one, it will be app runtime. To fix this, it will be under administrative template, Windows components, app runtime, and this will be Microsoft accounts. I'll change this to be enabled. What this does is that the company will now be able to use their own company's accounts to be able to track users' activities better. Next one will be autopay policies. There'll be 3 of them, so I'll just be fixing all 3 of them at once. Autoplay policies will be here. The first one will be non-volume devices. I'll just enable this. Next one is do not execute any auto-run commands. So this will be default behavior enabled, followed by turning off autoplay for all drives. So what I just did is that the autoplay feature for Windows is that any sort of commands, applications that are being sent to the computer to be executed would be automatically run, and it is dangerous because these applications might be harmful and may even be used by attackers to steal data and information from the company. So by enabling all the settings, it disallows and turns off all the autoplay, and company users will be able to be notified if any sorts of applications or commands is being executed, and they can allow it to be executed or not, respectively. Now for the last one, it'll be cloud content. So I'll proceed to cloud content and turn off Microsoft consumer experiences. What this does is that applications are being recommended to consumers based on their browsing and their liking. So this is risky because all sorts of applications is being recommended, and some of them may be harmful, meaning that any third-party applications will just be suggested and installed immediately, and we wouldn't know whether the application is working for or is being made by any potential business rivals or attackers. Therefore, by turning it off, it is safer to make sure that data isn't secretly being stolen while we're away, or the company or any staff is away from the computer. So with that, I will just rerun the CIS and check that everything is passed. Now that everything is fixed, you can see that the 5 weaknesses are now showing a pass. With that, additional recommendations, I suggest that the IT personnel should still learn and train to further increase the company's security, and also ensure that every staff members uphold to the regulations, such as the different Misuse Acts and Personal Data Act. And so all in all, I hope that you would consider this proposal, as it meets the fundamental principles of security, such as the CIA, and the ISSE is being implemented and well thought of in every controls and regulations. So thank you for listening.